Hi, this is Dr. Case Lilly, and this is LEAD 101, Global Context for Leadership. You're fortunate this semester to have a TA assigned only to this class. His name is Sean Hudson, you can see here, and he will be available to answer questions much like I would be available as well. So to start off, basically what I'm doing here in this video is walking you through the syllabus and its contents, not in its entirety, but I wanted to highlight some important aspects of it. I do expect that you will go through the syllabus on your own and or follow along with me here while I discuss the details in this video. So again, it's LEAD 101, which is Global Context for Leadership. My name is Dr. Case Lilly. My email address is janecase@udel.edu. My office location is in Graham Hall, which is on Academy Street. Office hours are by appointment, and that is generally because I am not on campus this summer, but we can make virtual office hours or virtual appointments if that is needed. My office telephone number is 302-831-1686. However, again, I'm not in the office a lot this summer, so it would be best for you to email me and communicate that way, and we can arrange other forms of meeting if that's necessary. Just be reminded that all of the information that's discussed in this video is included in your course syllabus and or in Canvas. Your teaching assistant, again, is Sean Hudson, and his email address is srhudson@udel.edu. Sean has taken this course before, so I look to him as an expert in the course. He is finishing up his credits for graduation and will be available to assist you as needed. So a little bit about the course. This is the first time that LEAD 101 is being offered online. And while much of the information you'll learn this summer is very much like what is covered in the traditional classroom setting, some changes are necessary in order to successfully deliver the course. If you have feedback regarding the course format, you may contact your TA or me with concerns and suggestions for improvement. Please read your course syllabus carefully and post any questions on our open 24/7 discussion board. There will be a number of discussion board items. The first one will be titled Open 24/7. This is a place where you can communicate not only with myself, with Sean, but with others in the class to ask questions that you might not, you're not certain of. The first place you should always look is the syllabus and Canvas. And if you've given it an honest best shot, looked for the information and cannot locate it, that's when you would turn to Open 24/7, Sean, or myself. There are learning goals that are specifically defined. So these are the things that you should be able to do by the end of this semester. One is discuss leadership theories and how they're used in various contexts. Able to analyze real-life situations and apply suitable leadership modalities. Synthesize and communicate significant ideas and results with clarity and precision. Use creative and critical thinking skills and knowledge of leadership to solve problems. And accommodate individual differences, including cultural, social, economic, global, etc., into your decisions and actions. There is one required course textbook. It is Cultural Mythology and Global Leadership. This is a book which is edited by Eric Kessler and Diana Wong Mingjai. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I give it my best shot. Nonetheless, I will typically refer to this textbook as Kessler, which is the last name of the first author or first editor listed. I also have included in the University Bookstore database that there are 2 recommended books you might find helpful, particularly for completing weekly exercises and your course project. So outside of these readings in Kessler, which will be required, The other two recommended books may prove to be quite helpful to you in the long run. So a great deal of learning in general is what you do in your own time outside of the classroom, but this is even more true for a distance learning course. So a lot of the benefits of the course and what you get out of the course will depend on what you put into it. And again, that's true of any class that you might take, but the responsibility to stay on task and time manage are really much more critical in this particular setting. So there are some other important details. Again, I want you to read the syllabus on your own, but there are sections devoted to academic honesty, classroom climate. Though our classroom is a virtual classroom, there are still expectations regarding how you conduct yourself within the classroom. Discrimination and harassment, sexual misconduct, accommodations, and religious observances. Many of these things don't come into play because we're all learning in our own space. But there are things that are relevant and important for you to understand, and if you have any questions about those, again, you can either post on Open 24/7, contact Sean, contact myself if you can't find that information throughout the syllabus or in Canvas. So to just go back to classroom climate really quickly, I wanted to point out that there are some shared responsibilities. So this is our virtual classroom, and we're a team that will work together to achieve your desired educational outcomes. Note that poor planning on your part is not an emergency on our part, nor is it a valid excuse for incomplete work. A major priority for any leader is to be accountable and responsible. My expectation is nothing less than that for each of my students in my classes. Deadlines, due dates, everything should be respected and followed. I do allow excused absences or extensions for certain deadlines within reason. But if you have a semester-long project and suddenly you can't turn it in the day it's due because you're sick, that's really not an excuse because you've had all semester to work on the project. So the idea is don't procrastinate, be on time, be prepared for the unexpected so that it doesn't derail you and your ultimate goal. You're expected to participate regularly and always be respectful of each other and use proper writing conventions when submitting assignments, which includes your online posts. Often I've found that students will treat the online posts as a bit more casual, like a chat, versus an actual academic product. So please note that each of your posts every week should be of academic quality and merit. So proper writing conventions are a necessity. Also, I want to point out to you something called netiquette. The definition obviously is here in front of you. But netiquette means the correct or acceptable way of communicating on the internet. And I've provided a brief netiquette handout in Module 1 that you can follow that gives you good guidelines for how to participate in this course and really how to interact with others online in general. So let's get to what every student worries most about, the assignments. You'll have 10 assignments to complete this semester. 3 of those 10 assignments are team-based, which means that the grade will be shared. So the grade that you receive is the grade that everyone on your team will receive. The remaining 7 assignments include 5 weekly exercises, a final self-assessment, and a peer assessment. So here, and this is on the syllabus again, but this is the assignments in brief. You are going to, with your team, design a website. You will at one point check in with Sean, your TA, and give a progress report regarding how you guys are progressing in terms of your website. You will also prepare a video presentation. You have 5 weekly exercises, which will be based in part on your Kessler or textbook readings. These will be responses that you will post on Canvas. You will also be expected to respond to peers who post on your comments, or post on your original post, as well as you are expected to comment on at least 3 of your peers' posts. Self-assessment, this is where you will actually give yourself a grade, essentially, for your contribution to the team website and video presentation. And then a peer assessment where you will evaluate each individual member of your team. There are many, many more details included throughout Canvas and in the syllabus, and I will be posting weekly videos very similar to the one that you just listened to in order to help you navigate through the course. This is a pretty cursory, high-level overview of the course, but hopefully will help you get started. So of course, if you have questions, you may check the syllabus and/or Canvas to see if you can find the answer. If you can't, consider using our 24/7 discussion board. If that is something you're not comfortable using for whatever reason, it's not a question that is for the good of everyone, but more a personal question, so to speak, you may contact your TA through email, srhudson@udel.edu, or myself at janecase@udel.edu. Thanks for listening, and I hope we have a great semester together.